is the third day since these things were done.
Right. So he's like, man, we expected it, we trusted that he would be raised up, and and it's already the third day. So they're all disenfranchised.
Because they thought the kingdom was going to be, the kingdom of heaven was going to be established on earth right then and there.
Right, because that's what they asked him in Acts, the first chapter. Are you now at this time going to restore the kingdom to Israel? And no. So in verse 21, this word day, 22 and 50, the same as in Luke 24 and 18. Okay, it is Greek 22:50, right? Probably should have pulled it up over there. But it is this is the nail on the coffin that we've been kind of trying to save for last. Okay, so
Strong's G 2250 Hemera.
So Hemera, which means the day used of the natural day, or the interval between sunrise and sunset, as distinguished from and contrasted with the night. Okay, 1a, in the daytime. Metaphorically, the day is regarded as a time for abstaining from indulgence, vice, crime, because acts of the sort are perpetuated at night in darkness. Didn't we read that in an earlier definition?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, here comes the kicker. Explanation 2 of the civil day, which is a work day, or the space of 24 hours, thus including the night. This is just because it says or, don't let this fool you. Now, that or is going to be edified. It's going to be negated. It's going to be like, that's not what it's talking about. This is how Western Europeans, Hebrew Edomites, explain this. Okay, 2a. It says Eastern usage, which would be Hebrew Israelites, okay, of this term differs from the Western usage or Hebrew Edomite usage. So there's a difference between Eastern and Western sense. The Western is where we at in the Western Hemisphere, in Babylon. So the Eastern usage, the ancient world term, differed from the New World, or New Speak, right? There goes that new shit, that new water. It says any part of the day is counted as a whole day. Any part of the day is counted as a whole day. So we had the preparation, we had the Passover, we had the morning of, we had the night he was crucified, the night he was brought down, the day he was risen, or you could even look at it, the day of preparation, the night of the Passover, the morning and day that he was crucified, the night that he was brought down, and then the day that he was resurrected, which he was still there for the night.
Mm-hmm.
That little part can be counted into the day hours, because if I'm not mistaken, he was there with them for 40 days and 40 nights, right?
He
continued with them, right? Okay, so it says any part of the day
after his resurrection.
After his resurrection, he continued with them. It says any part of a day is counted as a whole day. Hence the expression 3 days and 3 nights does not mean literally, you get this? Does not mean literally 3 whole days, but at least 1 whole day, so 1 Sabbath day, plus part of 2 other days. So you had the day of preparation and the day that he was risen. And the 1 whole day was a Sabbath day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the nail in the coffin, man. Which you would have got that. We probably could have just cut through literally an hour. I told this brother, I was like, it took me 70 minutes by myself.
Right.
But now you're sitting here and you're doing it. It didn't even seem like
Right.
like it's been an hour. Okay, so now with that, I want to play this clip. I'm gonna play this clip, okay? Because this is where the whole through the Spirit, the inspiration came from watching this madness.
For I know that you seek Yahushua.
It's a lot. There's gonna be an echo. Let me see if I can turn off this echo without disrupting the recording. Let's see. I'm not sure if this will work. If this doesn't work, just go to the part in this movie 1947 and watch the rest of it, and you'll get what we're talking about.
Which was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen. See? He has risen, as he said. So if he rose, because we teach that what? He we believe he died on a Wednesday and rose, on the Sabbath. But nonetheless, you teach that the Sabbath comes 7 days after the new moon. So, you know, you could say 4 days, 5 days, it still doesn't add up. So give me some understanding on what you're backing up what you're saying if the new moon comes in based on this new moon. Okay? Shalom.
All right, so you heard it out of his mouth, not ours. This is where the whole inspiration came
Well,
from.
you know what that's talking about? That's
Okay. Um, so with that, I mean, you got any closing words?
Hey man, if you can't see that the Sabbath falls on the new moon or according to the new moon, I mean, most are just going smoky, man. I mean, he might, judge no man in meat or drink or respect of a holy day or whatnot, but the Sabbath is not a hard thing to understand, man.
Well, when it says in respect of a holy day, that doesn't give you license to move that holy day, because he said the new moon is the first day of the month, and then the seventh day is a holy convocation, right? What do we read in Ezekiel that you got to have a tabernacle, which we can't afford to have a room that just stays closed for 6 days and every seventh day you do a Sabbath service, right? But so you still got to keep it holy, man. You do your very best to not buy, sell, or trade. You might have to go to work, man. That's the devil, but that's mercy. That's another thing guys get all bent out of shape on. Is all what you doing. Now that you understand when the Sabbath is, you're like, well, you guys been going to work on the Sabbath. You had to get gas on the Sabbath or something. Hey, sometimes if you can't get everything ready the day before, because hey, time and chance, whatever the situation may have occurred, that's mercy for you, man. But you have to be. That's why it says remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. So you do the very best, everything with the ball being in your court for the time you got it. You do everything that you can do so that you're blameless at the end of the day. You can't say, well, look, I did it willingly or voluntarily. I went out and I got my things at a time because I had ability to do it. So that was bullshit. The bullshit statement at the end of that video. He said we don't teach Wednesday. Well, we don't teach Wednesday. He said we teach Wednesday and to Saturday for the resurrection. Now that's what the 14th Israelite teaches. We don't teach that. I don't know who. Is his we? Is he with Shield of Wisdom or is a Box Crew? Isn't he with those guys?
Shit, I don't think so.
I don't know who he's with, man.
He's just, he's with Satan. That's who he's with.
Yeah. After this, if you don't get it, man, which you probably won't get it, man, and that's why a lot of people just ignore you. There's a lot of guys like you on the internet who think they're in the truth, who you just ignore them, man. But hopefully this was edifying to sincere brothers. We staved off on hard punches, not to hurt this big man Gina.
Big baby.
Yeah, this big baby, man. The 14th Street Queen, man.
The gentle giant.
Yeah, gentle giant, right?
He's like one of them overgrown, them Snuggles commercials with that teddy bear.
Yeah, the Charmin. Oh, not Charmin. Well, that too.
Yeah, the demonic ass teddy bear.
Yeah, fucking Snuggles and shit.
He's an overgrown version of that.
Yeah, man. Just stay inside, man. Leave the real work to the men, man. Leave the real work to the men who can go out and make their bodies a living sacrifice and not mock the scriptures talking about the mark of the beast, putting potato chips, not making mockery, man. Like that's for kids, man. That's something that these kids need to be doing, man. So, you want to be a man, go do what men do, man. Go be a laborer, man. Go labor in the hard months, man. Not just when it's nice outside. Yeah, how I didn't say anything about that.
Right.
You know, he said in season and out of season, man. So maybe we'll do a sit down on that just to make you feel even worse, you know. But with that, we're gonna say all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Israel, better known as the elders of GMS, and Shalom to all you brothers out there teaching this word in truth and sincerity.
Okay.
Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.